issues that are related to race, and race has a lot to do with it. And we can't separate race from these things because race has been like a subject matter of discrimination. Black people has been discriminated against, especially by Europeans. So which took us to slavery. So which continues to they still continue to do and perpetuate these ways. So hey, like let's not act like oh everything is all good, like you know what I mean, woo hee hee ha ha, like it's not hee hee ha ha between we black people and white people, you know what I mean, it's not hee hee ha ha, like you know what I mean. And in Europe we still got so many black people being tortured and treated like animals, you know what I mean, in these places. So let's not act like, you know what I mean, like we don't know what's up, you know what I mean. Like if this is reversed and if it's a black person got killed, everyone's not gonna act like, oh, well, what did he do? Maybe he tried to rob you, or maybe this or that, or you know what I mean? It's always let's move it to something else. It's let's shift the blame if it's a black person. But if it's a white person, all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? They're dangerous and they're this and that, yeah, whatever, you know what I mean? But when it's a white person, it's mental health, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's my problem. When it's a black person, it's yeah, they're monsters and they're criminals and there's that. But when it's a white person, it's mental health and this and that. You know what I mean? So like let's call it what it is. You know what I mean? If it's mental health, let it be mental health.
No,
across the board.
No, the guy was mentally ill.
Oh, okay.
He was schizophrenic. Well,
yeah. So let's call it mental health. Yeah. Let's not say, you know what I mean, black people are monsters and criminals and this and that. Let's not do all of that.
No, white people are saying it was a racist attack.
Yeah, that's all bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, there may be race or whatever, but mental health is the root. And
the
it's
root
like,
cause, yeah.
Obviously, people that are not well do that, and that's it. You know, black or white or Hispanic or Asian or this. So mental health, hashtag it, needs to be addressed in the world. Period. You know what I mean? Like, people are suffering, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever.
I know.
And that's it.
Oluwo, tell me about the racism that you have seen in Poland. Is that something that you can talk about on cam, that you are comfortable with?
I mean, like, let's get real. Like, in Poland, like, these people do not like black people. Okay, you go to some cities in Poland,
and they don't like Muslims too.
They do not like. Actually, one of the Polish army walked up to me in the middle of the central train station in Poland when I was there 2 years ago, and one of the things he told me in the conversation was he doesn't understand, and that Poland, they don't understand Muslims and Islam. He said that without me saying anything about Islam. He just walks up to me, he was like, he had a backpack, he was in the Polish army, and he started asking me questions, talking about where am I from, this and that. And he started saying, you know what we don't understand in Poland? It's Muslim and Islam. And that's what he came out with. I don't know whether he was trying to test me, what am I going to say or this or that, but I was just looking at him like, well, maybe you guys are ignorant, maybe you guys should study more about it. Maybe you guys should get some books and figure it out. You know what I mean?
No, they
travel to
blatantly said, you know, we don't like Muslims, we don't want to see mosques in our country.
Like, obviously, that's what he was trying to, like, I mean, that's what he's really insinuating. He's like, Muslims are not really understood or
do you think that he thought that you are a Muslim and he was saying that to you deliberately?
Yeah, I do.
So that he can antagonize you.
I mean, I was wrapped my head around, like, you know, so he was trying to figure out whether I was a Muslim anyways. Like, either way, I know he was trying to figure that out because I was wrapping my head, and usually that's not really a thing that they do. That's something they associate with, you know, the Arab world or Islam. So I guess he must have thought maybe that I am Muslim, because I know that that's why he was saying something like that. You know, so
there is a lot of African Muslims.
There's a lot, especially in Nigeria, they are Muslims. So he was trying to, he was only trying to see where I was at, and you know, trying to tell me that Muslims are not so welcome here.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was just letting you know.
Oh yeah.
You know that you are not welcomed here.
Yeah, if I'm Muslim.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he meant to say also that you need to stay away from the Polish women.
I don't know.
You know, not to contaminate their DNA.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about all of that because I don't think I'm gonna be having.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that the correct word to use? You know, contamination of DNA.
Yeah, you can say that. Their doctors think like that in Poland. Their doctors are programmed.
Yeah.
To think
that way.
that it's a punishment by God.
True.
We're punished by God for all the sins what we did.
Yeah.
That's why our blood has HIV, and some of us.
No,
That's why
but
Africa has HIV.
but
So
if
this is
you
how they
come
think.
if you come back to the HIV thing, don't you think it was the white man who invented the HIV and
Actually,
implanted into the Africans?
you're right about
at
that.
time?
You're right. You can say that it was.
And then blamed them of having sex with the gorilla.
You're right. You're right. HIV comes from
Yeah.
the first set of homosexual
No.
diseased people who, because I've watched a whole documentary about this. So,
Yeah, I don't think
It's like-
HIV came from homosexuality, but
uh,
the gay community, they have a lot of, HIV patients,
well, it
as
actually.
they like to take it from behind, and they most of the time they like to feel it raw,
Well, as it has been explained to me
Yeah.
from a medical point of view, the rectum, which is in the bum, it's a place that when it gets irritated and it gets, it's sensitive part, so it's in the bum. So
Yeah.
when it gets the rectum, when it gets injured, that's really what gets infected, and what causes HIV is related to that actually. So when it comes down to it,
Yeah.
the people can say that it this or that, but it's like when the penis goes in a place that is not clean, and when there's waste that has, waste is supposed to come out of there.
And
It's
that's
supposed to be
yeah.
waste with viruses and bacteria and all that, and you have your penis going there raw, and the
where
place is irritated, and it's not treated. This, I mean, like, what I mean, like, it's just science. It's just like, you know what I mean, like, people try to.
I know, but-
there's a whole thing where people try to hide it, and they don't
But-
wanna.
but
They don't wanna
before-
offend the LGBT community.
before
They don't wanna.
science-
They don't wanna say that. They don't wanna call it what it is. This or that. But hey, let's call it what it is, man. Like,
Oluwo, Toni.
yeah, when you change the
If
nature.
I ask you this,
That's what happens when you change the nature of what
Yeah.
what's supposed to be nature, and you start doing unnatural things. So that's what we got.
if I ask you this before science, Islam forbid, having any sexual contact. Even your wife is forbidden in Islam to have sexual contact with her through anal or sodomize her. And there was a tribe or a people or a nation that has been massacred because of sodomy. Yeah? Don't you think that Islam has a point in that before science?
I think
In banning, same-sex marriage bullshit.
I think we have to go back to what is natural, because we're made to be men or women,
Yeah.
right? We're made male
Yeah.
and female.
Yeah.
So this is what we've known for years. This is how.
But also, what you are forgetting is, it's just not men who are having sexual relationship. Even the ladies, they are having it. Whether they use their tongue, whether they use their fingers, whether they use their dildo, they are doing some sort of sodomy. Let's say a woman can wear a dildo, and she was in number one, and she changes to number two. You see, it's already double the sin. You know what I'm saying?
It's more like it's a selfish way of us living, where
Yeah.
we want to do what we want to do without including our creator that made us. And this
Yeah.
is where we get into trouble, is when we keep
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
out of the picture of our lives. Because when we keep God out of the picture of our lives, what we get is our mind becomes reprobate.
It looks like Oluwo, Toni, me and you, we went off topic. What we wanted to talk about and what we went in is not the same. So this video is gonna go into the dustbin. Don't hate, subscribe, and we will see you next time.